What up, what up, what up, Laker Nation? Thank God. We get another victory today to match last season's victory margin already. At 26, we got about 2 months to go. So this is huge. You know, we're making strides in our development. So I'm very proud of the Lakers. They played well enough to beat this team. However, we turned the ball over a little bit too much, but the bottom line is we get the victory. Let's get it, number 26 of the season. Gotta be excited for that. And we got 22 games left. So anything from here moving forward is already an improvement from last season. And we're gonna get well above 30 wins, I believe. So, you know, take that, critics who said we were only gonna win 26 or less. So very excited, baby. Lakers making strides. Everybody balled out tonight, just like we expected. You know, we are playing the Hawks. They're not a very good team. So you got to be happy. Tying the record, like I said, tying the records, you know, with 22 games left, that's a stride. That's an improvement. For sure, we're going to win at least 10 more games, for sure. So it's going to be a 10-plus win improvement. That's big time. Now, let me go check out the stats for you guys because Brandon Ingram played himself a complete game. He had 21 points. He had 10 rebounds and 6 assists. Very proud of the young cat, man. He continues to make strides on both ends of the floor. And I'm very happy with his production. Julius Randle continues to be that paint beast, man. I gave him a new nickname today. I called him the Pac-Man because he just eats down low, man. In the paint, he just continues to eat. He's just feasting on the lower competition, just destroying everybody. I felt like Josh Hart had another good game. One more time, you know, Kyle Kuzma's still struggling, but Lonzo Ball continues, man. He was perfect from the field and the free throw line. I feel like this injury might have been a blessing in disguise for him because maybe he was able to work on his shooting form. I mean, he looks so much more confident. He looks so much better from the three-point line. He went 3 for 3, 4 for 4 in total for the game, and he was just making his teammates better. He ended up with, what, like 6, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Very excited. We have to limit our turnovers, however. Like I said, the turnovers I wasn't too happy about, especially with a struggling team like the Atlanta Hawks. But I can't complain. We get the dub. Everybody ate tonight. Even Isaiah Thomas continues to contribute. Great free throw shooter. He can get to the line. And his playmaking ability is pretty impressive. He has some nice passes to Ivica Zubac. And just very hyped. But yes, Lonzo Ball had 13.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. So just filling up the stat sheet, man. Love that kid. He just makes our team so much better. Anytime he was on the floor pushing the pace, just amazing. Him and Randall and Ingram just balled out. I hope for Kuzma to snap out of this funk because I'm starting to feel bad for him. I mean, he's been struggling from the field as of late. Defenses are starting to zero in on him, and his jumper hasn't been falling as consistently. But I am happy for the rest of the roster. Everybody's balling out, man. Isaiah Thomas, I feel like he's buying into his role nicely off the bench, and I'm just very happy. Yes, I did see the Isaiah Thomas pass. That was nice, man. Well, are you talking about the one where he flipped it behind his head? It was actually stuck, and it was about to be a 3-second violation, so that's why it happened. But I'm stoked, man. This team continues to play well. We have a shot here down the stretch. We're currently, 26 and 34. So we're 8 games away from 500. If we continue, man, if we continue playing good, we're going to have a shot here down the stretch. So one thing to take note right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Phoenix Suns are playing respectively versus I'm sorry, the Phoenix Suns are playing the Pelicans, and the Pelicans are up by 7 heading into the 4th, so hopefully the Suns can help us out with a victory there. And the Orlando Magic are losing by 10 to Oklahoma City, so that's unfortunate. However, the Rockets are also losing to the Jazz, so we need some of these teams here to step up and help us out in our quest for the playoffs. So hopefully, you know, some of those Western Conference teams that are our competition can lose tonight, but they've been keeping up pace. So I would like nothing more than to make the playoffs. But either way, guys, you got to be proud of what already is taking place this season, whether we make the playoffs or not. I mean, the young guys are coming to play. Josh Hart, what a steal. You know, Kyle Kuzma, what a steal. Lonzo Ball is who he thought he was. He is that Jason Kidd type. Triple-double threat every night. Can rebound, makes his teammates better, gets out in transition. Just overall, just a great player. And he's going to be a cornerstone piece moving forward for the Lakers, as well as Ingram. I came around on Julius. He's definitely going to be a cornerstone. I feel like there's no way Magic and Rob let him go. the way he's balling out. He has about 22 more games left to keep proving it, but I have no doubt in my mind that he has finally hit his stride. He is who we thought he was when we drafted him from Kentucky. So just a beast, man, and he's having his way with bigger and smaller players now. They can't stop him. He's too quick for bigger guys, and he's too strong for smaller guys. So yeah, he's probably is gonna get paid. I wouldn't be shocked, but loving it, man. Thanks, Alfonso. I appreciate you, bro. No more haters talking about Lonzo, man. Even they're gonna talk. They're always gonna talk. But you know what? Let them flap their gums, because at the end of the day, we know who that kid is. We know he's gonna be special. Same thing as Brandon Ingram. Everybody was talking smack on him. Now look at him. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that Brandon Ingram's going to have a better career than Ben Simmons, simply because he can do everything Ben Simmons can do, minus the flair, right? He's not fancy, but he can do everything. He can pass, play, make, push the pace, attack the rim. Everything Ben Simmons can do, plus he can face up and shoot, go ISO better than Ben Simmons. So I think Brandon Ingram, when it's all said and done, will have I won't say way better, but he'll have a better career than Ben Simmons, and I'm excited for that. Looks like we drafted the right one. Same thing, Julius, man, continues making strides. Isaiah Thomas, he buying into that backup role. I really like it because, yeah, at times he still forces a shot because he's trying to pad his stats. But he is playmaking and helping out our team. He's not that much of a liability on defense these last couple of games, so we need to continue to hide him defensively and just continue to get back in transition. Turnovers, we got to fix them before the next game. Now, the next 3 games are going to be really, really tough. Now, I got the schedule here before me, guys. And the next 3 games, we face the Miami Heat. Okay, that's going to be on Thursday. Then, I believe on Saturday, we face the San Antonio Spurs. Now, the Spurs is a team we match up well with. They are very well coached. However, that's a victory we can have. We already beat the Spurs this season once. So that's a team we can play and beat because they don't have Kawhi yet. Now, with Kawhi Leonard, that's going to be a different animal. But so far as they don't have Kawhi, we can definitely beat that team. Does Luke deserve a lot of credit then? You know what? Lately, he's been making the right rotation adjustments. One thing that still bugs me about Luke Walton is that sometimes he waits for teams to go on 10-0 runs before he calls a timeout. Personally, me, if I'm a head coach, 6-0 run, I'm calling a timeout, before the momentum switches and goes to the other team. So that's just personally me. But I have been hard on Luke Walton all season long because he's made some mistakes that have cost us games, a handful of games, maybe more. But you got to give him credit. He has been playing a lot better with the rotations. Incorporating Zubats was huge. I mean, he chipped in 10 points again tonight. So he's giving us some real production. He had like 12 minutes, 10 points. He's giving us some real productions. Okay? So very excited about him. And, we got to continue. We got to continue doing what we're doing right now. We have some momentum. 3-game win streak just matched last season's record. So, the team's morale has to be high. Now we got to get the momentum, go into Miami, go into San Antonio, finish off the road trip strong, and then come home and continue to protect it. I believe we have a 9-game winning streak at home. So things are looking up. Got to continue to get better. Dan, Kuz is not playing his best basketball. He needs to come back to our Kuz. You know what? I'm not even worried about him. I know he's not playing his best, but our team is so deep that we can cover for him. Multiple guys are going to have off nights at times, but other guys are going to step up. Tonight it was Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. Other nights it'll be Kyle Kuzma. The game before the previous to this one, it was KCP. So our team is that deep. And finally, the chemistry is starting to come together. You got to be hyped. I love the chemistry I'm seeing with this team. Yes, sir. They're coming together, and they're getting a lot better. 9 Lakers in double digits. There you go. Got to be happy, guys. We are a deep team, and you got to like what you see. I'm really liking Isaiah and Lonzo together. Me too, man. Lonzo Ball, very underrated defender. And, Isaiah Thomas just an underrated player because he's short. But, yeah, they're probably not going to be together for much longer. I expect Lonzo to, come back to the starting lineup soon. But, either way, I'm happy, man, because we have a deep roster and it's starting to show. However, we have exposed weaker teams. We have to show out versus the next upcoming teams. Miami Heat, they're in the playoffs in the East right now. The Spurs have been playing good basketball most recently. They beat the Cavaliers. So we got to show up for those games for sure. And then, go back home and take care of business. We're right there. We're on the 11th seed. We are close to the Utah Jazz for the 10th seed, and we're not too far from the Clippers for that 9 seed and so on and so forth. Anywhere from 8 to 4, they're not really that spread. So if any of those teams start losing, maybe we can climb, the rankings as long as we keep winning. That's the important thing. But beyond that is that we're going to get well above 30 wins, hopefully into 40. That would be my dream come true. If we get into 40 wins, we're definitely turning heads in free agency. 30 wins, we're going to turn heads in free agency. Just because you have this improvement that you can sell to free agents. So that to me is the biggest victory. Also, I'm rooting for the Cavs to keep losing, because if the Cavs lose, our draft pick becomes even more valuable. There's a bunch of teams in the East that are right below them. If they can leapfrog them, then we'll end up with like the 22nd pick or so forth. And I really like this draft, so I'm excited for that as well. A lot of things to cheer for. Also cheering for the Thunder to keep losing, because the more they lose, the higher the chance of us getting Paul George with an early exit in the first round for them, or potentially even missing of the playoffs. That would be great. So many things to watch, guys, even if we don't make the playoffs. So, we got to keep it locked and just continue to cheer for our young squad. 4 games away from 30 wins. Yes, sir. And the faster we get there, the better. So I'm hoping we go 4-0 right in these next 4 games. That would be great. So close to 30, guys. We haven't been this close to 30 in years. So you got to be ecstatic. I mean, last year was the closest at 26, but I'm talking about we're going to go way beyond 26. We got 22 games left, and I expect us at least to win 60% of those. So, according to my calculations, if we can get, 15 more victories, add 15 to the 26 we currently have, that would have us right at 41. We'd be a 500 team. So in these next 22 games, if we can get 15 more victories, we will most likely have a real good shot at the playoffs. Worst case scenario, where we end up a 500 team, who won't be happy with that? I will be ecstatic, Dan, who do you want us to sign this offseason, and why? Should we keep Isaiah Thomas? I've been through this, man. I really want Paul George. I'm going to be making a bunch of offseason videos for you guys based on who we should draft, depending on where the pick lands. I'm going to be making a mock draft for our Lakers, probably top 5 players we should go after, depending on, again, where the pick lands. And I got many videos planned for the summer. I'm going to be making multiple videos of free agents and how we should rank them in the pecking order as well. So PG-13 should be the top priority for me. I think he's the player that best fits with our young core, and that's what we want. We don't want players that are going to want to come in and move our young core. We want players that are going to, we don't want a short-term fix. We want players that are going to fit long-term, and Paul George just fits. So 25-0 from the break are 20-5. Zoe and It off the bench is pretty entertaining. Yeah, they are, because they both push the pace. They can both shoot. Lonzo Ball, I feel like his injury was a blessing in disguise. So you have to be excited for Lonzo Ball's improved shooting. I mean, he went from earlier in the season shooting below 30% from beyond the arc to now shooting 41% his last 13 games. So super ecstatic for that. I mean, people were doubting his jumper, and if that starts coming together, he's going to be pretty invincible. His defense is good as well. Plays the passing lanes exceptionally good, and he can block shots, get rebounds, push the pace. Just a great point guard. So I'm excited. Do we re-sign Isaiah Thomas? Too early to tell right now. We got to wait for the market, see how that plays out. Yo, Dan, can you read my last comment? Man, we got a packed house today. We got 331 people in here, so I'm gonna do my best to read your guys' comments as they come. I'm not gonna scroll up. Sorry. First of all, God bless your family. How's your schedule down the stretch? How's our schedule down the stretch? Our schedule is a lot better than it was earlier in the season. We do still play a couple of contenders here and there. However, most games will be at home where we will have momentum and we'll be able to have a good shot at winning them. Now that we're pretty much healthy 100%, we have a good shot, guys. I already, like I said, I looked at our schedule, and I believe we can win at least 13 more games. At least. At most, I would love to win 15 or more. That would be great, because we would finish at 500 with 15 more victories. 15 more victories gets us 41-41. 16 victories would get us 42-40. So that would be even better. But, we absolutely have to continue playing like this. We can't slack off like we did before the All-Star break. That could have easily been 3 extra victories. We would have been at 29 wins right now. So, you know, we got to continue playing great, man. We can't let up right now. And the schedule's about to get tough. The next 3 games, true test, like I said. Next 3 games, this is who we play. We play the Miami Heat, okay, in Miami. San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio. Then we come back home for the Portland Trail Blazers and the Orlando Magic. So all 3 of those games are going to be tough. All 4 of them, actually. But we have to make sure we come out and play the same way we've been playing and limiting turnovers. Absolutely have to limit turnovers. Thank you, Endo420. Appreciate you, bro. Haven't seen a donation in a while, so thanks, man. If Kuzma slumps for the rest of the season, do you consider trading him? No way. No way. Kuzma has already shown what he's capable of. Even if he doesn't score a single point, he already knows. We already know. We saw flashes of how great he can be. Plus, he's a rookie. There's no way you trade Kuzma. That's blasphemous. Look at Laker fans are telling you, man. They're smart. No way. Don't even mention it, man. No way. Kuzma's a part of our future, man. Even if he averages 5 points for the rest of the season. I'm telling you. That 9-game losing streak really killed us. You know what? But it's not over, man. Long season still have 22 games. And like I said, if we can win 15 out of the next 22, we are going to have a great shot. And again, we're going to look great in free agency. So, but I appreciate your Endo, man. Thank you, brother, for the donation. I'm driving the Kuzmas. That's right. Yeah, he's a Kuzma. He's a Kuzma fan, just a curious one. But I see what you mean, brother. I feel you. Yeah, there's no way he's going to get moved at all. Zubats is looking good, but needs better footwork. And that's okay. That'll come. He's still young. He's still raw. Remember, we got him late in the draft. So anything he gives us is major bonus. And he's been playing great. Soft touch, can finish around the basket, and pick and rolls between him and Isaiah and Lonzo. He's going to get a lot of easy baskets. All he needs to do is convert them. Dan, when Kobe gets his statue, you going to be there? I'm going to try my hardest. Hopefully I'm not working that day. But even if I am, I might quit my job because Kobe's my guy. Yeah, most likely I will be there. We'll see. If I can get tickets, man. Kuzma and pieces for Kawhi all day. No. If you're going to get Kawhi, why not wait for free agency? He's due in 2019. There's no point of trading so much for Kawhi right now. They're going to ask for a lot. They're going to ask Ingram, Kuzma, and a first-round pick. Trust me. LMAO, don't quit your job. I might, man. I'm a diehard Kobe fan. I'm a diehard Lakers fan, but Kobe was my favorite player of all time. It'd be tough to say no. Lonzo about to average 16, 10, and 7 next season. Easy. If he stays healthy, I believe it, man. Maybe even more. Dan, how did we do? We did good. Just need to limit turnovers, but everybody had a field day. I'm excited. You know, we continue rolling on this express train. We got to keep playing like this, man. And, you know, pushing the pace, because really I don't see a lot of teams in the league that can run with us. And we're young, athletic, pushing the pace, you know, limiting turnovers. We'll be all right. Also, we got to hit our free throws. Very encouraged by the story I heard from reporters, you know, Mike Trudell, et cetera, about Julius Randle at the free throw line. He was so upset he went 1 for 5 at the free throw line the last game that he went late at night to the gym to get some free throws in, and that's encouraging for a young player, for me to hear that from a young player. So, you know, that makes me happy, and it makes me feel like, you know, maybe he is destined for greatness. Basically, Brandon Ingram is just like Kawhi Leonard. I agree. Very versatile. Might even be better once he hits his prime. But think about this. Brandon Ingram is still very young. All right, he's still younger than a lot of rookies in this season. All right? I believe he's still only 20 years old. Versatile guy, can run even anywhere from point guard to, if he gets beefier, power forward. He's athletic. He can get to the rack. His jumper's looking better and better by the day. And you just gotta be happy, man. You just got to be happy for Brandon. He is looking like our franchise small forward moving forward. So I wouldn't move him. I wouldn't move him at all. Julius Randle's right up there now, too. He's up there. He worked his way up there. He was inconsistent, sloppy. Now his mistakes are being minimized by playing smart, passing out of double teams, and just dominating down low. And he's not forcing a lot of mid-range shots because He's accepting the fact that he doesn't have it this season. However, over the summer, that's where players get better. And that's where Julius can potentially add that mid-range to his game. That'll make it a lot easier for him because as he gets older, his body will start getting wear and tear from all the banging down low. I mean, he's going to have to ease up his game with some mid-range shooting, maybe even some three-point shooting. But I think with his work ethic, the way he has improved over the summer, he can do it. Then we got 7 games to get to be 7 games to go to be 10-0. Yeah, if we do that, if we win the next 7 in a row, we're going to be right there, man. I'm talking about playoffs. We're going to be right there. So, yeah, I hope we can do that. However, my goal overall for the rest of the season is winning 15 out of the next 22. That would be great. That means we have wiggle room to lose 7 games. If we can win 15, I'll be ecstatic. Ecstatic. Hey, Dan, it took Trading Block head Larry Nance and Luke Walton to play Randall. Whatever it takes, man. But you know what? Finally, he's earned his minutes, and he deserves all the minutes coming his way. He is our starting power forward, hands down. The Thunder won. Is that one over? Let me double check the score. I doubt that one's over. Is it? Let me see. Hopefully not, man, because we need the Thunder. The Suns are only down by 3 in New Orleans, so hopefully they can pull it out. I doubt it, but hopefully they could. And there's, yeah, I guess basically the Thunder won 22 seconds. Orlando down 6. So yeah, you're right. That's unfortunate, but hey, maybe the Suns can pull off a victory versus the Pelicans. That would really help us. Hey, showtime, bro. You gotta stay positive, man. Don't be negative. We're not winning 15. We don't know that. We have a deep team, and if we get some momentum here, maybe anything's possible, man. Lonzo looks amazing. Very excited for Lonzo Ball's future. I'm absolutely satisfied with that draft pick. He is the next point guard Hall of Famer. He's gonna be like a Jason Kidd, if not better. I mean, just the way he rebounds, pushes the pace, very intelligent. The sky's the limit for him. Dan, you met Kobe? Never, man. Unfortunately, never. When I was younger, I couldn't afford to go to Staples. Like, now I'm on my feet, you know, pay my own bills and stuff. Maybe one day I'll get to meet him. You never know, even though he's rarely at the games. But, yeah, I never got to meet him, unfortunately. Is Lonzo officially back, or will skip the hard games again? I mean, he should be back. They're increasing his minutes. I think today's minutes restriction was 25. Before then, it was like 15 or something like that, or 20. I don't know. Thanks, Martin. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Did you see the steal by Ball? Yeah, man. Very intelligent player. I've been saying it since the summer league. I mean, I did not know his defense was going to be this good. Head and shoulders way better than his brother's defense, I'll tell you that. Ooh, guys, we have to calm down. Ingram is far than Kawhi. Kawhi is a superstar. Ingram isn't a star yet. So, but he's showing flashes. Come on, Luke. He's showing flashes. You can't really just trade a player just because one is better than the other one. For all I know, Brandon Ingram's ceiling might be higher. Maybe Kawhi Leonard's a product of the system. I'm not saying he's not a beast, but maybe Popovich's system makes him look that much better. After all, Pop is a system coach, and he knows how to use every single player to the best of their ability. So it's not to knock on Kawhi. Kawhi is a great MVP candidate type player when healthy. But Brandon Ingram, I think he's on his way, man. I don't think you move him for anything right now. 43 points for Anthony Davis. Man, he's on a tear. Anthony Davis is on a tear. Dan, what's the better nickname for Ingram? Slenderman or Kingram? Neither. I don't like neither of the nicknames. So I guess I'll get back to you on that. I have to think of a cool nickname. I want the Thunder to win because of Westbrook, though, but I feel you. It is what it is, man. I don't knock you for cheering for them, but personally, me, I want whatever's better for the Lakers. Hey, Dan, what's shorter, Randall's arms or Lonzo's legs? I don't know. I haven't really checked out Lonzo's legs like that, so. Brandon Kingram, Slenderman. I don't like Slenderman. That's kind of corny. Maybe in the 90s, but we're in 2018, man. Slenderman's really corny. I have seen Ingram ball out on Durant. Man, Ingram has had a breakout season, and he continues to get better. I am very, very happy with that draft pick. He's a 1 year late bloomer. He's not one of these players that took the league by storm coming in as a rookie, but he's one of those that very similar to Giannis. Giannis, it took him like 2 to 3 seasons before he started becoming the beast that he is. But he showed flashes just like Ingram is showing. But he's on the rise, man. If we get better at shooting, we will be unstoppable. Yeah, if we add a couple of shooters, I agree. I agree. Ingram will be the best player in the NBA. I hope so. I hope so. I have high hopes for the kid. I don't doubt it, but it's early for me to call that right now. But I believe he will be one of the best players in the NBA. It's all about his mentality, man. Will the Lakers make the 8th seed? I hope so. No way to tell. We got to see how if we survive these next 4 games. If we go 3-1, I'd be very happy. If we go 4-0, I'd be ecstatic. We go 2-2, not too happy, but not too disappointed. And anything below that would be disappointing for me. So these next 4 games are going to tell a lot about the Lakers. Giannis took 4 full seasons to be a beast. Yeah, man, but he was showing flashes in between. Very similar to Brandon Ingram, but I think he has that kind of ceiling. I've been saying it, man. The way he gets to the rim, the way he finishes around the basket. And he has a fire in him. Tonight, he got fouled, didn't get the call, got upset, and he just went on an offensive explosion. I believe he scored the next 7 points. I love that. I love that about a young player. If he continues to channel that and knows when to use it, he's going to be a beast. Kobe Bryant, if you guys remember, Stu Lance always used to say, a mad player is a bad player. That exception was for Kobe Bryant, because when he used to get upset, it was game over. So I hope that Ingram has that in him, and if he does have that in his DNA, he's going to be a dangerous player, because, you know, especially come playoff time, everybody starts hacking. You're going to need that player to have that fire to carry that team. So Randall gives the Lakers toughness. Yes, he does, and my God, does he get fouled. And sometimes he doesn't get the calls, but I love the way he finishes, and I like how he plays his game within himself. He knows he doesn't have the mid-range, so he's not settling anymore. He's making sure he finishes everything around the basket, and couldn't be any more happy than I am with him. Ingram is greater than Simmons, Mitchell, and Tatum. I believe so. I believe he will be. At least if he's not right now, I think he will be. Re-sign Randall at all costs. I'm starting to believe it. But I just hope he doesn't command nothing above 18 mil, man. I really hope he doesn't handicap our cap space. That's what I'm hoping for. Dan, what was Brandon Ingram's stats? He finished with 21 points. I believe it was 6 assists and 10 rebounds. So almost a triple-double again. Like I said, our team's versatility, very exciting, because we have so many players that can hit that triple-double, man. We have so many people that can just be versatile, push the pace, get up and down the floor. Looking around the league, I mean, I'm not sure too many people that have all the flexibility we have. You know, we have 3 guys that have star potential that can get up and down the court. 4, really. But Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and Kuzma. Those guys can get up and down the floor, push the pace. They're versatile. They can play make. Kuzma is probably the least of the 4, but he can still play make a little here and there. So that's 4 players. If we can add to that, I'm telling you, if LeBron and Paul George come, it's going to be hard for defenses to figure out how to stay in front of their man and how to rotate, right? So if we keep Ingram at the point guard, he will be better than Simmons. I don't think we need to keep him at the point guard. I mean, this team has such a free-flowing offense that at times different people run point. At times it's Lonzo. Sometimes Lonzo plays off ball. At times it's Ingram. Sometimes he plays off ball. You know, so we're just versatile, man. Versatile. How are the Suns doing? Let me check the score really quick. Let me update you guys. Let me see. Phoenix Suns. I don't see them. Where are they? Here they are. Oof, they're down by 3 right now to the Pelicans. The Pelicans have been winning all these little close games, man. We need them to lose some. So hopefully Phoenix could take it. It looks like New Orleans is at home too, so that's going to be tough for them to pull out. Dan, if we can trade Lil Deng and Tyler Ennis and a draft pick for shooters, would you do it? Depends what shooters, man. Definitely depends on the shooters. If the Lakers don't re-sign Randall, I will blow up Staples. Don't say that. Come on, man. Don't say that, bro. That's ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully we do re-sign Randall for sure. For once, I am rooting for the Suns. Me too, man. Just for tonight. Dan, you heard Kobe rap before? Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, that was tough. Dan, the Jazz are playing tonight too. Yeah, they are. They're playing the Rockets right now, and unfortunately, they're up by 5 as well. But I think the Rockets will take it. And by the way, the Utah Jazz are the team that's most likely to fall down, and we might leapfrog them for the 10th spot in the West. So, and the Clippers right next after that. So I'm looking for us to move up, man. That's all I care about. That way, you know, the pick that goes to Philadelphia is not as high as well. So we have a lot to root for and against. Dan, we got players that can play multiple positions. That's why we're unstoppable at times. Exactly. And adding veteran leaders who can take over games like LeBron and Paul George would make us pretty much one of the championship favorites. We got our young core. B.I., Zoe, Randall, Hart, and Kuzma. Now we need veterans and stars. Agreed, man. If we could just add to the young core, I'd be very happy. Trade Dang with the Cavs first round pick and our second draft pick. I would prefer for us to keep the draft pick and add, you know, to the young core. This is a deep draft. If we can just let Lil Dang's contract expire, I mean, we already have enough cap space for about 2 max slots. If we need to create more salary, then we could just maybe stretch Dang. But I would prefer, I mean, he has about 2 years left on his contract. Just let it expire. All right, guys, that's going to cut it for me, man. Thank you guys again for joining the post game. Always fun talking to you guys, Lakers basketball. Stay tuned for that Cavaliers game. You already know I'm going to live stream that thing, so it should be fun. You know, live reactions from me, watching the game with me, guys. That should be interesting. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell me your guys' thoughts on who you guys would love on free agency and potentially who you think we're going to land. And I know that a lot of you guys do want to keep this young core intact, but if Julius Randle walks, you know, what kind of impact that would have on the Lakers. Videos coming up soon, so keep a lock right here, guys, and I'll definitely I'll see you guys on Thursday, man, for that pregame. Hopefully we get a dub. So peace out, Laker Nations. Have a great night.